Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2004 ECE paper and the topic is related to electronics. Consider the following two statements, statement 1 and statement 2. Statement 1. The threshold voltage of a mass capacitor decreases with increase in gate oxide thickness. Second statement is the threshold voltage of a mass capacitor decreases with increase in substrate doping concentration. So generally we are speaking, first of all we should know the threshold voltage definition and what is meant by a mass capacitor, where it will be formed. Okay, this question is related to MOSFET. So let us assume we are going with N-channel MOSFET. N-channel MOSFET is always fabricated in the P-type substrate. Substrate is also called as bulk or body, and into that one two N plus regions are diffused. And above that one there is a thin silicon dioxide layer which is called as gate oxide. Thin silicon dioxide layer, the thickness of this one is going to be indicated as TOX, thickness of this gate oxide, okay, or thin oxide is going to be indicated as TOX. Above that one, okay, above that one we are going with a polysilicon material. This is a polysilicon material, okay, and polysilicon material act as gates, and this is gate oxide which is thin oxide which act as dielectric. So this N plus regions, one will act as source, the other will act as drain. This is a simple mass capacitor fabrication. Okay, out of this one, if you observe the area, okay, over here, this area is going to be acting as mass capacitor. This MOSFET construction is of enhancement mode type. Enhancement mode is nothing but it is called as normally off device. Normally off is nothing but initially it will be in the off condition. If you want to make it as on condition, at that time you must enhance a channel. A channel should be created below the thin oxide so that it can start working as a on condition. That is, if you observe between drain and source, there is a p-type substrate present over this region. Because of this one, even though if you apply a drain voltage like this, okay, there is no current flows. ID flowing through drain is going to be 0, because whenever the electrons are repelled by the negative terminal from the source, they will enter into channel region. Channel region is nothing but this is the distance between the two N plus gates. Okay, this is a channel region. This is called as channel region. During this portion, whenever the electrons enter, at that time they will recombine with the majority carriers of p-type substrate. So no electron will reach the drain so that it can able to contribute current. So even though if you apply any drain to source voltage, no current flows until there is a channel is created. For that one, you must apply some minimum amount of positive voltage at gate so that it can attract the negative charge carriers from the substrate, which are minority carriers present in the p-type substrate. They will be attracted towards positive gate, and they cannot go towards gate because silicon dioxide layer act as insulator, so that they will be accumulated near the SiO2 layer, so that here you are going to be getting a channel consisting of electrons. Because you are applying a positive voltage at the gate, that positive voltage is attracting the electrons from the p-type substrate, which are minority carriers, and they cannot go beyond this SiO2 layer which act as insulator. So the minimum amount of voltage to be applied at gate so that a channel is formed is going to be called as threshold voltage. So whether the threshold voltage is going to be increases or decreases, what is its effect on gate oxide thickness, what is its effect on the substrate doping concentration, that we will discuss now. So we are only interested in this part, that is nothing but during this mass capacitor, where this circle is going to be treated as mass capacitor. It is looks like a parallel plate capacitor with polysilicon as one plate and p-type substrate, okay, is going to be act as another plate. In between plates there is a dielectric material which is nothing but silicon dioxide layer. So it is called as mass capacitor, metal oxide semiconductor capacitor. Okay. This is the first statement given. Threshold voltage of a mass capacitor decreases with increase in gate oxide thickness. So we are only interested in the mass capacitor, that is nothing but polysilicon, and below that one gate oxide. Okay, this is polysilicon and it is gate oxide. In that one we are going with p-type substrate, p sub. So this is going to be called as, the width over here is TOX, oxide thickness. This is gate oxide or thin oxide, which is nothing but SiO2 layer, and this is poly, and it is p-type substrate. So let us assume you are going to be applying some voltage V, okay, and this is at ground, so that whenever you are applying some positive voltage, equal amount of charge will be placed over near the other plate. That is what the capacitor action. So the charge placed over here, that is nothing but Q. So we can relate the capacitance and charge and the voltage applied is nothing but Q is equal to C into V, which implies nothing but C is equal to Q by V. Okay, if charge Q is going to be constant, let us assume, that is nothing but for a required charge, capacitance is going to be proportional to, for a given charge, that is nothing but this is a charge required to get the inversion region, that is nothing but this is a charge present in the channel region. For the given charge, this much charge we require to get the channel by that time. So Q is going to be assumed as constant, so that C is proportional to 1 by V. And capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor can be written as epsilon A by D. D is nothing but distance between the plates. Here the distance between the plates is oxide thickness, TOX. So from this one what we can say, C is proportional to 1 by TOX. This is first equation, it is second equation. From 1 and 2 we can say it as capacitance is inversely proportional to voltage, as well as capacitance is inversely proportional to TOX. From this one we can say that one V is proportional to TOX. So as TOX increases, at that time voltage is also increases. So if the distance between the plates is increases, at that time you must apply more voltage to get the same charge. That is the meaning. So this you can say, this is polysilicon, and for that one now we are increasing the distance, and below that one we are going with the p-type substrate. This is p sub, and now this is nothing but TOX. Now TOX is going to be increases. Whenever TOX increases, at that time the voltage applied has to increase to get the same Q. Same Q over here, you must apply large voltage as TOX increases. So threshold voltage is also increases if TOX increases. So threshold voltage of a mass capacitor decreases with increase in gate oxide thickness. This is a wrong statement. By increasing gate oxide thickness, threshold voltage has to be more. You must apply more voltage. So you must apply more voltage to make the on condition. That implies nothing but that is the threshold voltage. So this is false. Second statement. Threshold voltage Vt of a mass capacitor decreases with increase in substrate doping. Again we are going for the same thing, mass capacitor, okay, which is p-type substrate, and above that one we are going with silicon dioxide layer, which is acting as gate oxide or thin oxide, that is a dielectric material act as, and it is poly. For that one we are applying a voltage V, and this side is nothing but it is connected with p-type substrate, it is connected with ground. Substrate is nothing but it will be doped with Na, number of acceptors. So the majority carriers are holes, but minority carriers are electrons. minority carriers present in p-type substrate are electrons. Whenever you apply positive voltage across the gate, at that time that will attract the minority carriers from the p-type substrate, so that the electrons will appear near this silicon dioxide layer. Okay, so what happens to threshold voltage to get the same Q? Again we are going for that one. Q is going to be, for the given Q is going to be constant. Okay, for the given Q, for the desired Q, that is nothing but this much charge is required to get the channel. So by that time, as doping concentration is increases, doping concentration in substrate is nothing but Na. As number of acceptors in the p-type substrate increases, at that time minority carriers in p-type, so Np is going to be reduces. This is from mass action law, which can be tell as Ni square by Na. So as Na increases, Np, electrons in p-type, that is nothing but minority carriers, is reduces. Whenever this reduces, at that time the electrons quantity is going to be reducing in the p-type substrate. That implies nothing but you must apply more voltage, apply more voltage to get same charge. So to get the desired Q, previously to get the desired Q, if you are applying some voltage as 1 volt, at that time you must apply more voltage, because the number of electrons are less, and so that if the number of electrons are less, they will be accumulated, they will be in the different portions of this p-type substrate. So you must attract the required number of electrons to get the channel. For that one you must apply positive voltage, so that electrons from the far distances are also attracting towards channel region. For that one you must apply more voltage. So by applying more voltage, if the doping concentration of p-type substrate is increases, by applying more positive voltage, you can get the desired value of Q such that a channel is formed. So here it is, threshold voltage increases with increase in substrate doping concentration, but what was given is threshold voltage of a mass capacitor decreases with increase in substrate doping. So that implies nothing but both are false. Statement 1 is false, statement 2 also false. So the right option for us is both S1 and S2 are false. So the right option is D. Thank you.